Alright, so got a chance to get in with the paper clay and start building up the settlement here. Just kind of doing a quick roundabout. Here's the back side, where I imagine they would just have windows overlooking this open patio. Everything, they built up stairs that are built on top of the natural rock. A couple of odd windows here. So when I was building this, I was going with the philosophy that the Ikwen use the base structure of the rock, tunneling into it or using natural caves that are present in it, carving stairs out of the rock, but also building out onto it, using natural stone, possibly caked with, clay and earth or something like that. So they have kind of this layered effect. And so the reason that there are no doors on the other side is the thought process was that they would have all of the entrances effectively facing one direction. So the primary defensive would be in one direction. So got the various steps that are carved in here and here. And this one was kind of a fun one to make it kind of work around this doorway that's there. And then there's no stairs going up between these two levels. Impression being basically that it's interior travel, and then they would come out here and then come up. And then this works its way up along this kind of ridge line, and then there's another stairway that cuts back to the top here. And then over here, we have kind of a natural walk up the side in between here, and then it'll cut back to a side entrance. And I tried to place a lot of little windows in here that are overlooking the doorways. Those could be used for defense or just simple observation. Coming around the back again here, these windows would be opening onto living areas. Now the intention is to leave this top part unbuilt, and then I would like to maybe do some toppers for it. That way I can change the in-game purpose of this structure. It could be a simple dwelling, and then I could just put like a lipped working area up here, maybe some built-up structures. Could go so far as to actually build a peak and have it to where this is the stone continues. If it were being used later in the Ikwen freedom fight, then this could also have a communications tower or a landing pad. It could be left flat to where it's just like a mesa. So in play you have a place to land, and just another tactical option. But yeah, so the notes on the paper clay, and this is the stuff. Cellular clay, excuse me. This stuff really goes far. I'm going to pull it out here, and you can see I have barely broken into this package, and I had enough to do everything that's on there, plus a bunch of rocks, and yes, it looks like dried poop, but I ended up having so much left over because I underestimated how far this stuff would go that I decided to make it into some boulders, and they're drying out and can be used for scenery later on. This stuff is really good to work with as far as blending. I would not necessarily say that it's probably the greatest stuff for building actual structures. As you can see here, it can be a little rough at times, and smoothing it proved really troublesome. It does have an adhesive in it, and there is paper pulp in it, so it tends to want to string around. Fortunately, this uneven texture will blend in with paint, I think, and whatever last bits of surfacing detail. Yeah, so that's the Ikwen Rock Village as it's coming along. Probably going to go in
and put some doors in here. I mean, they may be backward aliens, but they still, can build a door. So, and that way these don't just look like gaping caverns. Though I'm tempted to do the doors as separate pieces, so these could be used as caverns. Oh, here's another little doorway I put off to the side here. This, so I just like this the layering, with things traveling over other passages and stuff. So it makes it more lived in and like they've been squeezing everything into every nook and cranny. Anyways, so that's a good 6 minutes of video there and an update on the project. But thanks a lot for checking it out, and I'll keep you posted. Take care.